on um, because I heard some very disturbing things said on Facebook. Now, they may have been said by someone who believes that they are better than your everyday witch. I'm not quite sure who they think they are. Um, but this person debunks what witches do. What do witches do? We are healers, number one. Okay, nature is our church. Okay, we are do gooders. We are stewards of nature. We cast spells for the good of others. We heal for the good of others. And yes, we pray. Those who are Christian witches pray for others. And we help in our community. We change the political view out there. We are feminists in many ways, not to debunk, our brother witches. We support each other. But when I hear someone say the spells that we do, the tarot readings that we do, the runes that we cast, candle magic, all that is minute little stuff. That's not really the big girl magic. That bothers me because it's sending a wrong message out there. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. Okay? I believe that each one of us has an inherent right to do what we feel is right without hurting another person or the craft. And to say that dabbling in spells, rituals, is not going to get you anywhere, that's not true. I can tell you it's not true. I know there are witches out there that will support that. And the reason why I say that is because when you conjure up all that energy that is inside of you, and you are so specific about what you want to accomplish and how you're going about to do it, and you do it consistently, you're going to see changes happening because you are reprogramming up here and throughout your body. And you are casting it out into the universe to your guides, your angels, to God, to the universe. You have to do the work. The universe is not going to respond because you did a spell, but you didn't do anything to make it really happen. It's like if I don't have a job, okay, and I cast a spell that I want to have a job, I want to make a lot of money, I want to be wealthy in doing that. But if I stay home and I don't put resumes out there and I don't go to places that I could network and maybe find work that I'm looking for, it's not going to happen. Okay? Your intent when you do a spell is so very important. I cannot say that enough. Okay? Your cleansing of your space prior to doing the spell, your meditation, quieting yourself, and conjuring up all that power within you to project that spell where you want it to go is what is important. So I don't want to hear that this is little girl magic. Okay? I want to give you the big girl magic. No, 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 no. No. Do not knock the craft. The craft is very powerful. Okay? And I believe in it. I know other witches out there believe in it. And anyone who's out there who wants to join me right now, please comment. I would love to hear from you. Just let me know what you think of what's going on. I'm trying to see if anyone is commenting. Top of the chat. Okay. I'm hoping that people will respond to what I'm saying. I think it's very important. I would like to know your take of it. For those who are serious about spell casting, I want to know what worked for you, what didn't work for you. And just because a spell didn't work because you did it, that's okay. Regroup. See what you may have missed in projecting this spell. Did you spend enough time meditating within and conjuring up your intent and getting that power to raise to its height? Did you do it consistently or not? Go back, research, redo it. It's important. It's important to know that things work for a reason. So let me hear from anyone who didn't have a spell that worked or did have a spell that worked. I'm interested in finding out what you have. Uh-huh. Another thing is you have to believe. Okay? You have to believe with all your heart and soul that what you're trying to manifest is going to happen. You have to live it as though it already happened. Okay? You have to smell it. You have to taste it. You have to live it. You have to be positive. You have to be 100% in touch with your higher self. Okay? And when I mean your higher self, get rid of the ego. Okay? Witches know that once they put the ego there, that it blocks everything. Okay? We have to be clear, okay, of what our intent is. Okay? So we communicate with our higher selves. Okay? We communicate with the universe. We communicate with our angels. We communicate to God. Whatever it is, your deities, if that's what you work with, your saints, if that's what you work with, okay? Communication. And I'm talking on a daily basis here, not here and there, okay? You need that. You need that. There are times when you're a beginner, you may doubt yourself. Do I really have what it takes to cast a spell? We all do. But again, intent, conjuring up the power, being specific, doing the work, okay, is very, very important. It's not going to happen if you don't. But while you're doing the work, live it, see it, smell it, taste it. Can't go wrong. There are people out there that are always going to find something to say about the craft. People, number one, who don't know anything about the craft have a distorted idea of what the craft is. And there are witches who will say, oh, you can't do a spell on this day, you have to do it on that day or at this time, because if you don't do it then, it's not going to work. Hogwash. Hogwash. I'm here to tell you, hogwash, because I know differently. Okay? Anything that I have ever asked for and worked for has come true. I do away with the negative. I don't want the negative in here. All I want is positive. And anyone who wants to put me down because of who I am as a witch, I don't pay any attention to them. They don't exist for me. I am who I am. I don't have a problem saying I'm a witch. I think the word witch needs to be said more. But again, I will never, ever tell someone who's in the closet as a witch that they have to come out. No. You do things at your own time and what is right for you. I will give you tools if you write me and ask, what are some things that I can do while I'm still in the broom closet? And I will tell you. Actually, I think I have a video on that. But be who you are. Be true to yourself. Because if you're not true to yourself, what do you have? Nothing. But don't put down other witches. Okay? And what I'm saying here is not to put down this person who made this statement. I just want this person to know that maybe she should rethink what she's saying, because it impacts how people think. And we do have a very growing witch community out there. Now, like I said, many witches are not out there. Many are. Okay? And we have to be stewards to these witches who still need time to embrace the cult. Okay? A cult is something that either you have or you don't. It's a belief system. I knew as a child that there was much more to what I was seeing physically than what existed. But I was nurtured in that environment. My grandmother, my mother, my aunt. So to me, it was natural. It's not natural for everybody, but it was for me. So when something like that happens, and you are allowed as a child to believe what you feel is true, then you know that you can grow in the spirit. You know that you can manifest things. You can be intuitive. You can have that sixth sense feeling that something good is going to happen or something not so good is going to happen. Um, it's like when I walk into a room, it could be an empty room, but I can pick up the vibrations that was in that room before I got there, whether they were good, positive, or not. You know, I could be in a crowd, which I don't really like to be in a crowd because I'm an empath and I pick up other people's energy very easily. So when I go home, I have to take a shower to get rid of all of that negativity. So I avoid crowds as much as possible. Now, as a nurse, I deal with sick people. I come home and I do the same thing. I take a shower. I get rid of all of the negative vibes. So these are practices that protect ourselves. There's other things also that I have to say. You spend a lot of time doing things that are important. Some aren't that important. But I'm going to leave you with this. Think about what you do when you manifest a spell and let me know. Let me know what worked for you and what didn't. With this, I bid you adieu and brightest blessings. Good night.